Hello, my name is Dr. Diallo. I am a testing expert with Study.com and an academic coach at a local school here in Florida, where I have over 25 years of teaching and testing experience. I am here to help you prepare for the FTCE Preschool Education Birth through Age 4 exam with testing code 007. This problem set covers the subtopic of knowledge of developmentally appropriate screening, assessment, and evaluation. I will walk you through a few sample test questions and we'll go over how to best answer those questions. Let's go ahead and get started with problem number 1.
When trying to measure a student's progress through non-standardized measures, which of the following data would you collect? A. Uniform data, B. Information data, C. Formal data, or D. Informal data. So when we're thinking about how to answer this question best, we need to first consider what exactly is it that the question's asking. So the one thing that we notice is that it's referring to non-standardized measures. And when we do this, we're also thinking about the way that we would collect the data. So those are the key words we want to consider when trying to determine the answer. For A, uniform data, this is a more standardized and more formal way of collecting data. This would not go along the lines of non-standardized. B, information data is non-specific data collection that's usually made through observations and broad types of data analysis, which definitely wouldn't be specific enough for specific student feedback. C, formal data. This is another term again for standardized or norm reference type testing, so this wouldn't be the correct answer. However, D, informal data. This is the collection of informal data that consists of measuring student progress, usually through methods of formative assessment such as student journals and exit slips. Therefore, this is probably the correct answer, D, informal data. After giving her students an assessment, Mrs. Bond, a preschool teacher, realizes that some students are struggling with basic reading and math skills, while others are excelling and ready for more challenging work. To address these differences in skill levels and provide more targeted instruction, Mrs. Bond decides to form skill-based groups in her classroom. Which of the following is a benefit of using skill-based grouping in the classroom? Answer choice A, increases students' self-esteem. B, advanced students can tutor struggling students. C, encourages students to work at their own pace. Or D, provides differentiated instruction. So answer choice A, increases student self-esteem. There are no guarantees that by creating skills-based grouping that this will result in higher self-esteem. So this isn't the correct answer. B, advanced students can tutor struggling students. Well, if students are skill-based grouped, then most would be on the same level and probably unable to assist others. So this would not be a good choice. C, encourages students to work at their own pace. Well, because this wouldn't be an individual task, students wouldn't be able to work at their own pace, so this isn't the answer. However, D, provides differentiated instruction. This is skill-based grouping, so it's a strategy that can be used for differentiated instruction because it meets students' individual needs. Students are assessed so that teachers can figure out their skill levels and groups are formed based on that. So therefore, the correct answer for this question is going to be D, provides differentiated instruction. And again, remember when you're answering these questions to always look for the keywords within the question to also help you decide. So for this particular one, we're talking about benefits of using skill-based grouping. So you want to keep that in mind as well. A preschool teacher includes a section on a test where students listen to a recording and answer questions based on what they hear. She also includes visual aids and a hands-on activity. The teacher ensures that all students have an opportunity to demonstrate their knowledge and understanding through which of the following? A, teaching students to problem solve. B, providing students with choices. C, assessing their basic needs. Or D, using differentiation to accommodate different learning styles. So we must first notate what's important within the question. We notice that the teacher has assigned a video with a recording and questions to answer based on what they hear. This is a hands-on activity as well. So let's think about those different points as we answer the question. For choice A, teaching students to problem solve, this activity isn't geared to students solving a problem, but more based on their listening skills. So this would not be the best choice. B, providing students with choices. Well, student choice isn't really a factor here because the teacher is assigning a specific visual aid with a recording answer section. So I don't think that this will work either. C, assessing their basic needs. Basic needs are not necessarily addressed within this activity. Therefore, this would not be the best answer. However, answer choice D, using differentiation to accommodate different learning styles, this scenario is an example of this because this is an assessment in order to meet the needs of students in the classroom. Many students have different learning styles, such as visual learners, kinesthetic, or tactile learners. So included in these assessments will give these students an opportunity to be successful. Therefore, answer choice D, using differentiation to accommodate different learning styles, is the best answer. A teacher gives an assessment to their students at the end of each chapter to assess the progress of their learning. The teacher gives a letter grade and percentage after each assessment and moves on to the next chapter. But this teacher would like to assess student learning through the daily teaching of each lesson as well. Which of the following assessments would be beneficial for this teacher to implement? Well, we notice in the question that it references the fact that the teacher is going to be using daily teaching and wants to know how students are performing on their daily teaching tasks. So let's keep that in mind as we look at our answer choices. A, standardized assessments. This doesn't address day-to-day learning, but rather long-term learning. B, formative assessments. By using formative assessments, the teacher can quickly see the learning and progress of students and then adjust their pedagogy so that there's more beneficial learning that can occur. So this may be the answer choice. However, let's look at C and D also. C, criterion reference assessments. This is another form of long-term testing to see if students are maintaining their knowledge throughout a given amount of time. So this wouldn't be the answer. And then D, a norm referenced assessment, doesn't provide ongoing daily feedback. So this would also not be the best choice. Therefore, the best choice for this question is going to be B, formative assessments.
Well, I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Be sure to check out more videos on this channel. Please remember to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more of our awesome videos. You can also get a lot of help from our website at study.com. As a member there, you can access short, targeted video lessons, extra study materials, personalized study plans, and hundreds of practice problems. We'd love to also hear your feedback about your experience, so please be sure, let us know what you think. Wishing you all the very best on your test. Good luck.